And we got another elimination match, everybody. The first round of the Underdog Cup. So we have 16 teams currently. The first round is a full elimination round, and then the 8 teams that will emerge go into a double elimination bracket. That's when we're also going to have the tournament bracket, obviously, on stream then. But for now, it's a question which one of these 2 teams is going to make it. The Underdog Cup this time focuses on the Division 2 and Division 3 teams in Heroes Lounge.gg. Medivh immediately being banned out. So we're going to get some really nice games here, and we've already had plenty of players that you've probably seen in ton of the competitive tournaments that we had recently. I mean, in this one, for example, Simply is playing for the blue team for the KD agency. So yeah, it's going to be quite fun to see what they can pull off. A lot of the matches, the elimination games that we had were way closer than I expected them to be honest with you. Multiple 3-mappers, which is just a bit uncommon considering that it's the first round. But right now, we're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen as our first map between these 2, between the Fabled Fan Club and the KD Agency. Heroes can only be picked once. It's time to party. Jojo as the insta-pick. The Cho'Gall ban. Yeah, we've seen plenty of Cho'Galls recently. Now we got Anduin and we got Blaze. So Blaze already on the side lane here. And it's gonna be party time. Now, Simply is one of the guys that you will very likely also see in the Nations Cup. As I already announced in multiple videos, we have the Nations Cup starting at the 31st of January, which is a Saturday, by the way. So starting with the 31st of January, every Saturday and Sunday for 2 or 3 months, we're going to have games in the Nations Cup. So you can watch those live on Twitch. The link is in the description if you're currently watching this on YouTube. But the games will, of course, also be uploaded. There's $10,000 for the Nations Cup on the line. So we have tons and tons of teams that are currently signing up here. And it's going to be pretty epic. Some regions, some countries have already signed up multiple teams. France, for example, has 2. Poland has 2. There might be even more. But there were also some quite unusual suspects. For example, I didn't think that a team from UAE would sign up. We've got a team from Hungary right now. But obviously this is all happening after the Underdog Cup that we currently have here right in front of you. So yeah, it's going to be a good start into 2026 for Heroes of the Storm fans. Let's just put it like that. Tyrael banned, and Junkrat, of course, also got the axe after White Tiger started to move in with Maiev, and we had Malfurion on top of that. Tethers into some roots on the ground. How is the red team going to react to that, though? That's the bigger question. Frontline, we still need something for them here. They can actually go Hogger, so triple frontline is what we're going to get. Unless they want to go for a Blaze main tank, which I highly doubt that we're going to see that again. So it seems more like we're going to get a proper tank for them. And then we have Orphea as the main damage. But yeah, the days of Blaze main tank are kind of over. I think it was attempted in HGC once or twice. I think Dignitas tried it once and said immediately afterwards, like, nope, thank you, that's not going to happen again. And then we had Lauber occasionally after Blaze was slightly changed after the HGC days, trying to do the same thing. So, final double pick for the blue team. And we get, well, Vala and Leoric. Okay, so Jojo and Leo for the front line. Maiev helping out as the 3rd melee. And then we have Vala with our final pick now incoming for Tomb of the Spider Queen. Our first map in the best of 3. Obviously, the expectation is a main tank. But, I mean, let's see. Maybe they got a different game plan for us here today. But I would still assume, yep, there he is. We get Murden. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Fabled Fan Club up against the KD Agency. The blue team on the left with Simply on Johanna. We got Quadradello and Leoric. The White Tiger with Maiev. The No Scope Ninja on Vala. And then we got McGiblets on Malfurion. So, well, over on the right side, we got Alan Dip on Anduin. We got No Feet today on Murden. Slinky on Hogger. Ne on Orphea, and Kati is playing Plays. So, let's go. Over on the right side, we're getting the red team with a couple of pleb horses. What's happening here? What is happening with that mount situation? Triple pleb horse. That is unacceptable. Yellow card from the get-go for the Oh, we jumped from one series straight into the next, by the way. So yeah, like it was literally like one game into the next. So I actually have them on the board now as the Fabled Agency. Obviously, both of the team names kind of influencing that a bit. Fixed now, but yeah, I saw that a second ago and I was like, wait, what? So here we go. We got the fabled fan club. And on the side of Vala, by the way, it's an auto attack build from her. So going straight for Creed of the Hunter. It's kind of funny that this is the go-to build for her now. I spent years shitting on this talent. Obviously, back then, it was a very different talent. There was absolute trash. And it was basically noob bait. But right now, it is one of the best builds that you could possibly go for with Vala. Arrow build, a little bit more situational. I think the same can be said for the multi-shot build. Typically, when you see Vala, it's all about straight up auto attack damage. Usually with the proper team behind it that can help her a little bit more. But, okay, so for now we got a couple of camps colliding in the middle of the map. Teams trying to go for some gems. Siege Giants claimed at the bot lane. Blue team clearly coming in as the favorite, of course. But, well, we've said this already a few times today. And turns out the favorites don't always win. Actually, a lot of the favorites really struggled in their series. I think most of them were at least able to edge out a victory then towards the end. But, yeah, there was some rough runs in there, for sure. Hogger on level 1 went straight into the Journeyman cooking. Cooking is always quite nice. At this point, it's actually a little bit mean because I'm quite hungry. So I would love some proper food right now. Yep. Need to get me a pizza or something later. I was like, oh. Boy, oh boy. But yeah, so for now. Hello, level 4. Vala is trying to tease us that she's going for a bit of a different build. Comes in with a hybrid. Nah. Goes as usual just into the Death Dealer because that's the only thing that you're gonna get from Vala. Mean stares and death. Nothing else. Could blow us a kiss every now and then or something along those lines, but nope. She's just too mean for that. Actually, we still have the Christmas elf over here, so the no-scope ninja is apparently not aware that we've already moved past New Year and that this is not really adequate anymore. But, alright. I'll let that slide for now. So, we actually have a white tiger here as the mount. So, this is actually disgusting when you think about it. Oh, Malfurion! And he gets out. Wow! Malfurion is able to get away. Good for him. Close call there. So, I was just about to say, with Hogger now killed, yeah, Maiev doing real work and actually securing them a second kill too. They're taking down Orphea. But we have Kratodel sitting over here, down at the bottom of the map. The important thing to note is, and this is really something that I have to pass on here, is that White Tiger is not riding a White Tiger mount. And we have over on the red team somebody that actually does. So they need to just swap mounts or something. I'm wrong! He rides a White Tiger! My apologies! Okay, I'll take everything back and claim the opposite. He actually rides a White Tiger as well, so yes. I might need glasses or some coffee, one of the two, but he's actually on a White Tiger. So this, round of applause, this is exactly what I want to see. Fantastic, job well done, now we're talking. Ah, it was the wolf. Yeah, okay, it wasn't White Tiger, it was the wolf boy, Dark Wolf or White Wolf or something, and he's always using the wrong mount. Now, okay, I'm mixing up my players here. It was actually a little bit of pointing today, so, okay. Either way, we got the Web Weavers in after getting the 2 kills and denying a couple of gems to the fan club. The agency is now trying to take structures out. So down at the bottom of the map is where the main push happens. We got a 3-man that is currently trying to pressure through this. And the no-scope ninja with lots of damage and lots of stacky. Sitting at 80 currently. So 1 reward already locked in and is gonna aim for a few more. So, yeah, at this point, we're getting the fort at the bot lane probably severely damaged because that Web Weaver is still doing solid work. And they got the full 3-man just whacking away at it. Even Jojo is now coming back down. Brings a few friends with her, though. But it looks very much like this is going to be the first fort of the game. And they might actually get some kills here, too. Look at Vala. Comes in right away, works in a few more auto attacks, and is sitting at 85 now. Good for her. Keeps the hatred up by attacking the wall for just a second. And with that, we're off to the races for the next mercenary camp. 1 level ahead, 1 fort ahead, and oof. This minion wave, somebody should have taken that out. Team? They might just lose another fort here at the top lane because nobody was ready to defend it. And Leo is saying hello and nearly claims it. But yeah, this is basically just held together by spit and a little bit of bubblegum, and that's about it. So, Leo's gonna get this eventually. Moves easily out, eats the Stormbolt. Can they take him down? That's 21 gems, and yep, they can. 21 gems destroyed. Malfurion is gonna try and get them. Jojo. Oh, nice. They actually got them. I thought they would disappear before she's there, but nope. Jojo gets the gems. And now they have level 10. Can force the fight, maybe. Yeah, not quite that easily. But they can take... Actually, they could force the fort, and they don't. They're gonna get it either way at some point, but I thought they would go straight up for the kill. Instead, they go for Slinky, try to take Hogger out, and that's more ding 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 for Vala. She's a winner! Everybody's a winner. 100 stacks for her, so that is more damage now on her level 1. With that, we're now having her at 2% extra damage, and she still has all of the attack speed going for herself. So, Vala is happy. Vala is very happy here. Team is happy too. Denying a lot of gems to the opponent. Still, the red team has 63, so they could get the turn in. But suffice it to say that the blue team is running a lot more gems there. They could go for a bit of a jewelry shop. It's a lot of wedding rings that they can craft with that. No feed today. Perfect name. Best name. So far, I think he didn't die yet. So, if that's the New Year's resolution, so far he's still holding on to it. So yeah, good for him. Oh, but Mirrodin needs to be careful. This might get a bit more dangerous. No, quest completed for Jojo. That's massive. They get 2 kills with it too. Ophia and Anduin are both dead. I still think that Anduin has the bigger baby face from the two of them. But that is a massive advantage now. Having her level 4 quest completed and already being ahead, getting another turn in here in just a moment. That is huge, which is likely going to get them. Apparently the no-scope ninja is too good to turn in. Oh, they want the boss too. They're getting greedy. Yeah. Down at the bottom of the map, Quadradil is now slowly moving up, but Mirrodin has already checked this out, so they are fully aware what's going on here. Sniffed out. Disc is there. That's a big risk to take, and they're falling back now. They wanted to be sneaky, but now that it's been discovered, they are just letting this one go. They can get the turn in instead. Greedy plays, but they don't make it a throw pit. They just accept that they won't be able to claim it right now and move back out. And they get the Web Weavers instead. And the fight is already on. 13 talents are here. That's the talent advantage. Let's see if they can drop a good entomb on them. They're escaping. They're trying. The entomb. And then the follow-up. Vala. Beautiful. Huge rain of vengeance from her. And they're getting 2. They're getting 3. They get 4 kills. And they go for the 5-man team wipe. That's all the gems down the drain. They are back to 0. And this is massive. This is a huge step forward for the KD agency. 10 kills to 1. But also just taking all of the gems away from the opponent is ridiculous at this point in time. Absolutely crazy. So they can push for the keep at the top. Down at the bottom of the map, the Web Weaver is already breaking through the wall. Fort in the middle is getting murdered as expected. And yeah, this is disastrous, obviously, for the fan club. We are 10 minutes into the game, and they are suffering lots of damage on one of their keeps. Second keep at the bottom of the map is now going to get attacked too, and this one might actually fall. There's 2 catapults here on top of it. Mid lane is getting attacked. They've defended the top so far, but 50% is lost. It's a 2.5 level gap between the teams. And as you can already tell, there's no way of saving this any longer. Bottom keep is down, and that's 10 minutes into the game. So, yes, a massive step towards the first victory in the series for the agency. And now they can, of course, go for the boss. They have the talent advantage, and then they can go for the top side keep. Actually, Jojo will have to slow them down. It's 13 versus 13 now. They see Mirrodin. So yeah, they try to bait them in again. But they're not... This is the one thing that I like. They're maybe a bit too obvious and too aggressive with this, but once that they realize that the opponent is actually trying to contest it, they're just falling back. They're not trying to force something here. But this could be a kill on Malfurion. He's still alive. Hogger tried to follow. Couldn't. Now Muradin is in trouble. Oh, what happened to No Feet today? Okay, it's still holding on. He got killed once earlier, but that was when the entire team got destroyed. Kati is getting caught. That's another 10 gems that they're now holding. And, well, I guess they can kiss those goodbye. So, they are back down to 16 gems. They haven't turned in a single gem yet. Not one this game. Not a single gem. Now we have level 16, and if you thought that Vala had some ridiculous damage output beforehand, now that she has, with all of the attack speed still intact, Manticore, she's going to murder even more. There's not even a threat of the red team turning in. So now they're just splitting off heroes that have gems and start their own turn in. So they're going to get not only the boss, but also the turn in on top of that. And that should allow them to take victory here, or at least get very close to it. We have 40,000 damage. They're even timing the boss here at the top, as you can see. We have 40,000 damage for Maiev. Vala isn't even top damage yet. Manticore will give her a lot when she goes up against Muradin and Blaze. The entire front line is now going to suffer more. But yep, there's the Web Weavers. And we're also going to get the boss on the top lane. And they're instantly moving in for Muradin, trying to take him down. Anduin is saving the day. They don't have a level 16 talent, so he's still limited to a single pull. But Leoric, he wants the crybaby, goes for the baby face. They are not able to get the kill. Instead, they might actually lose Kratodel here. He makes it out. So Leo's still alive. Orphea isn't. Orphea is gone. And now Slinky got caught by the boss stun, and they're following up on that within seconds and can destroy him. So Muradin gets tethered back out, but that's already 2 heroes gone. And obviously, this is going to be the end of game number 1. There's Web Weavers pushing. There's on top of that the boss on the core. The shield is destroyed. Even if they lose a hero or 2 now, I don't think there's a possibility for the fan club to save this game and prolong it any further. Anduin is gone, and that is game. 14 kills to 1. 14 kills to 2 as Leoric falls, and the agency takes the victory in the first game of the best of 3 series. GG. We're going to head in game number 2 in a second. Guys, if you enjoy the content, if you like the coverage here, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. It really helps to spread the videos to people that were interested in Heroes of the Storm in the past and might rejoin the game. So spread the love a little bit, help to promote the games here, like and subscribe, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the series. Battlefield of Eternity! So, the agency is in the lead. Nice momentum that they built up on the second map. Well, on the first map, sorry, as we're heading now into game number 2. So, well, with BOE being our second, that means that 10 heroes that have been played before can't be played again. It's not severely limiting the hero pool, obviously, but it just makes sure that we're seeing different heroes going from one map to another. It can have an effect, though, when we're talking about the amateur scene, because the hero pools are just not as deep as we have with a lot of other tournaments, so there's that. Chromie gets banned. BOE obviously always a bit of a special map. Falsa gets banned too. We still have plenty of heroes that excel on BOE with immortal damage. Greymane would be an example. We've seen Sergeant Hammer, Lunara, Hanzo. Yeah, tons of these boys still out and good to go. Jimmy with Exterminator would be another example. And we'll see what the teams are focusing here. Li Ming as a mage is usually one of the big ones. Here we go. The White Tiger is picking her instantly. And yeah, No Feet today. Also a great name. We had a couple of really nice player names throughout the entire day. Hanzuka, one of my favorites, the mix between Bazooka and Hanuta. So I like to imagine that it's actually like one of these toy bazookas that just like fires Hanutas. That's going to be amazing. Then I don't remember the name of the guy that played Valera the entire time earlier. Was it Pokey Pokey Stabby Stabby or something? Stab Stabs to Kill Kill, something like that. But yeah, also a fantastic name, especially for an assassin player. And now we got No Feet today, so there's a couple of really good ones. But we have now Diablo and we get Urel. This is a really nice front line. I always liked that pairing. So, very hit point heavy. And on the red team side, we get ETC and Stukov. So that slide and push into the immortal stun that you can go for. And then on top of that, obviously, we have Stukov with a nice lurking arm, or just a bit of a shove or get that slap in. No Scope Ninja with a very good performance on Vala in game number 1, so question now what we're getting. With that name, you have to play Genji eventually. This might not be the map for him, but if you go through a 3-mapper, then I want to see a Genji play eventually. You call yourself the No Scope Ninja. I mean, if that doesn't scream Genji, I don't know what does. Missed ban! Okay. Power move. Real power move here from the fan club. Just saying, like, we don't need to ban anything against you. You guys are doomed. Doomed! We have our map, and we're going to kill all of you. So yeah, that's going to be the big one. What is the agency going to get rid of now, though? Ban some of the damage options out, or just go for one of the support chokes. And we're banning out Sylvanas. Haven't seen her a lot today. It's now the 4th series that we have. And haven't... Woo! That one came out of nowhere. Big sneeze. Everybody that is using a headset or earphones should thank me right now. That was a clutch moment to actually mute the microphone there. That could have been bad for you guys. I could have blown out your eardrums. So, yeah. If that doesn't buy me a beer or two, then I don't know what does. So, Genji gets actually taken by the fan club. That leaves us only with Slinky. But what is the no-scope ninja now going to take? So far, I'm actually not seeing anything on the side of the red team that yells immortal damage. I mean, if they just want to take the opponent's team out and then focus on the immortal, be my guess. But Li Ming at least can poke, and I would assume they're going to take something else. Arthas, okay. Do we get Greymane? Nope, we get Thrall. It's also fine. Triple frontline for them right now. And that brings us to the final pick for game number 2. Match point, obviously, now for the KD Agency. But we need some immortal damage. Rhaegar alone is not going to cut it here. Neither is Genji. You need somebody that can chunk this down. Or you're just making plays for the team fight. They go Khaldor. Alright. So we get a double orc over here. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2. Battlefield of Eternity. Game number 2, it is match point. Over on the left side, we got Simply picking Guitar Hero on ETC. Kratodel is going for a trade build with Eternal Hunger on level 1. The White Tiger with Li Ming. We got the No-Scope Ninja on Thrall. McGiblets on Stukov. And over on the right side, no feed today with Diablo. We're getting Alan on Rhaegar, Kati on Yarel, Ne is playing Genji, and we're getting Slinky with the Echoed Corruption on level 1, him playing Gul'dan. Could technically, of course, try to go for the Pinnacle reward, but we'll see. And also here, the skin that everybody either loves or hates. So, totally different style, and I have heard pretty much everything so far. From people that absolutely love that style and would love to see a few more that have the exact same theme, or people that just hate it with an absolute passion. I'm actually kind of curious what people think now about it. I think the last time we spoke about it was a while ago when it got introduced, or shortly after. Have people gotten used to it? Is this a win, or is this a big loss and we don't want to see any of these style skins in the game anymore? The one thing that we didn't see for a long time when the game started was Gul'dan, because he was instantly killed. That's also 4 stacks for the level 4 talent on Thrall, and that's not good news for the fan club, because Thrall stacking quickly is something you really don't want. Now we have Diablo down, Li Ming has been taken down as well, but it's, yeah, this could get wild. Genji gone too, Stukov barely surviving here, but that is now 10 stacks for Thrall. They're trying to go in for Rhaegar, and they're getting even more hits in here. So, yeah, it's a bloodbath. 4 kills to 2 at the bottom of the map, as both of the teams come out swinging massively. And, yeah, it's getting a bit wild. With 10 stacks right now at the 1.5 minute mark, Thrall is basically guaranteed to get his first reward fairly quickly. And once that he's sitting at 55, his damage output is nasty. So, yep. Also, for Arthas, top lane is working quite nicely as well. He's getting his stacks on the level 1 quest. They're going for Genji again, and that was a beautiful lurking arm from Stukov. Yeah, that was perfect. That one was absolutely perfect. No chance for any reaction on Genji's side. He gets killed, the cam gets taken. Arthas is following this up with a bit of immortal coil play, as the blue team has done really well down at the bottom of the map. They're following up with Thrall again and get another kill. Damn, they're actually starting to speedrun this. 6 kills to 2. they got the initial stun from ETC, then Thrall follows up, and all of a sudden we see Diablo die again. So they have already a 1-level advantage, and they're working the wall at the bottom of the map. To make matters worse, Thrall was able to get the attacks in. So he gets another Wind Fury out, works the attack, has 17 stacks now out of the 100 that he needs for the full reward. Don't think that we're going to get there. I actually haven't seen it completed yet. But him getting this far, this early, is troublesome. Because this is going to be lots of damage. Talking about damage, with Khaldor playing more of a damage build too, he's now going for more stacks on his level 1, has 11. So this is going to boost his damage. And we're not even talking about level 13 and 16 follow-ups yet. Once again, Thrall coming in, gets the hits. And yeah, didn't really get a lot out of that Wind Fury. Got at least 2, but the problem is that he just got bullied around by Diablo. I still don't know if I like it or not. I mean, honestly, it's like... maybe the only reason why it's so appealing is just because it stands out, you know, from the rest. Like, it's different. It kind of would be funny if they would hit another hero or two with that particular style. I think the style itself could be kind of funny, but that one doesn't really cut it for me just as an individual thing. By the way, the camp at the bottom of the map for the blue team is doing work. They might even be able to get that entire fort just because they took the camp with perfect timing. The fan club is having trouble here. They're going up against, obviously... they're coming into this as an underdog. They're going up against a team that is a huge favorite to win this one, and they're just showcasing why. These guys in blue, they have a lot more experience on the competitive level, and they're currently bringing that to the forefront. We have them with lots of damage at the bottom fort. They're going for the halftime show. Thrall is nearly done with the first quest reward here, so this is going to give him even more movement speed, and then we're having additional damage, and quite a lot of it too. If he makes it to 55, it will be worse. So, yeah. Works the attacks in, gets the damage, and gets the easy kill. So right now, this is nasty. Comes in with Elemental Assault on level 7. Stukov fell, but they have now 3 kills. And it's just brutal. They're going for number 4, but they can't get a hold of Genji. But if you look at the damage output, Li Ming, 15,000. Thrall at 13,000. Again, that's before the first quest reward and the damage increase has kicked in. But this is just nasty. 16,000 for Gul'dan. That puts him into the driver's seat when it comes to the overall damage. And he's getting a bit more here too. But of course they're starting to lose ground at the top now. ETC moving in, and Genji gone. Genji is dead, and Thrall is nearly done with his level 4 quest 2. So he is just one good connect away from making that a thing. And there it is. Quest locked in, and he's at 31 stacks. Oh boy, this is going to be so bad for the fan club. Thrall is a monster, or can be a monster. Good for Gul'dan, by the way. He's at 31 stacks. That's amazing for Gul'dan 5 minutes in. That's actually incredible. 16 stacks for Arthur's. They still haven't deemed it necessary to maybe increase the damage on his level 1 a little bit. On the one hand, you have Thrall, who gets just quest reward after quest reward, and then you have Arthur's, and he's just a sad panda because, yeah, he's not gonna get any of this. And has a lot more to work that in. A lot more to do. But with 16, it's not too bad. Was really doing a great job laning at the top lane against Urel and getting his stacks there. But now the blue team is about to hit level 10 abilities. And the red team is a little bit lost. It's trying to get the experience at the top so that they at least can catch up there. Arthas is anchoring the play for the mercenary camp. And here comes Syndragosa, Sundering. I would assume we're going to get a Mosh, and yep we do. As they get level 10. Nothing to do for the fan club, but fall back and wait for level 10 abilities. And this is the problem with the next objective that should get announced in a few seconds, of course. Yeah, down at the bot lane, Urel pushing everything around, just trying to defend the lane. In the meantime, we're having maybe a fight forced. They want that camp, and you will have to let that go. There's nothing that the red team can do to stop this. The only chance that they had was to take it early, and yeah, just take it away. But after that, nothing. So, we got the next Immortal spawning. They are not going to have level 10 in time. They might get it for the halftime show. That's the one thing that they can hope for. Get it for the halftime show. get your play there, and yeah, then work it. Right now, next Shaman camp is already taken. Immortal is up. And they should be able to get this to 50% more. Oh, yeah. They want kills. Look at this. They didn't go for the Immortal. They're trapping them. They have them all in a corner. Thrall is brutalizing Gul'dan. And now they're going for the follow-up kill on Rhaegar. They're taking all of the orcs down. Thrall is annoyed that they are traitors and that they're playing for the other team. So they're coming in and just take them one after another. That's now 13 kills to 3. And the red team just didn't see that one coming. They were at the top lane, trying to get experience, hoping to get to level 10. They saw the team move towards the Immortal, and they just ignored the Immortal, moved onto the lane, trapped all 3, and then got 2 out of the kills. So yeah, they just murdered them. Heroes of the Storm, whack-a-mole, right then and there, like hot butter through cheese. Yeah, big one. We got some new hot butter through cheese merch, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube. You should check out the link that is in the description of the video. So, yeah, best merch for sure. If that doesn't get you a smile, then I don't know what will. Either way, 13 kills to 3 still in. Thrall on 35 stacks, hoping for more. And, ooh, Arthur, is that horrifying? Yeah, they sustain themselves through it. But now the red team is more aggressive. The red team is actually starting to get angry here. And they are getting kills! Stukov is gone. Syndragosa used. Thrall. Yeah, there's a slide. And they get Diablo. But he at least was stacked. He is going to be back. So, yeah, he will be back. The no-scope ninja comes straight back out. Tries to rush away. Arthas. Yeah, he can't. But there's the counter kill attempt as Rhaegar dove in a bit too deep and simply is not going to let him escape. So they are able to get that kill. Now, there are still 4 on the map for the red team, so they have a numbers advantage that they might be able to leverage. Not like this though. More hits, more damage, more carnage, more kills. 16 kills to 6. And yeah, that Immortal is once again open for business. 23,000 damage for Thrall. He's now top damage on the blue team side. They're working Genji down too, and they even get another kill here against him as they're just now grabbing themselves the next Immortal. And that's a big shield on this one too. So, yeah. But, either way, we're having at the bot lane the chance to take one of the forts out. There's another hit against Diablo. And that's a few more stacks also for Thrall, who's now getting closer and closer to the second quest reward. And once he hits that, his damage is going to explode. It's already insane as is, but it will be so much worse. We have a 2-level advantage now for the blue team with a 12 kill gap between the teams. And now that Diablo is gone, they just don't have a front line, and they can probably deal with this. Gul'dan is, by the way, stacking extremely well. It just doesn't help them. He might even get to the pinnacle reward if the game lasts long enough. It's just a huge question mark that we're actually going to get there. So now it's time for Yrel to jump out. Kati gets killed as the reset kicks in for Li Ming, and she's able to get another Calamity through. Gul'dan is dead, Genji is dead, Diablo is dead, everybody is dead and dying. They're turning Battlefield of Eternity into a graveyard. It's just a massacre at this point, and the onslaught doesn't stop there. It's time to say goodbye. The fabled fan club are going to be eliminated here. The KD agency just a little bit too strong. They take this series with a 2-0 victory and will move on to the playoff phase, to the double elimination bracket, as the red team is eliminated from the Underdog Cup. GG and well played.